then I'll go over the top. Okay, so on the left side, we have the tools that we use, trend line, right? So the first one is we have this cross, this dot, this arrow, however, you like to use it. Some people like the dot, like to, move things by the dot. The dot points things a little bit easier. I like to use a cross, right? Just to shows me where everything is. That's a personal preference. So whichever one is better for you, the arrow, some people like the arrow, it's up to you, okay? Then under it is where you have your trend line. So for example, click this, you could be able to use a trend line, etc. Right? You can use your arrow, ray, etc. All right, however, whichever thing you learn from your educator, you can use it there. All right. Then for those of you that use Fibs, okay, Fibonacci retracement, you can click this tool. It'll show you how to use the Fibonacci retracement, etc. All right. You can use the pitchfork for those of you that use the Fib channel, Fib circle. Whoa.
So I'm going to show you guys how to turn
in a motion, okay? You can also use your brush, okay? So for example, if you're marking up a chart, so let me delete everything right now. And I'll show you guys how to do that, right? So you can use your brush to circle something, to like, hey guys, I'm looking at this area, I'm looking at that area, right? So that's where you look for the brush, look for the highlighter, a rectangle for the zones. If you like to use zones, okay, like to use zones, like I like to use zones, so you see that a lot. For the zones, you can, anytime you want to edit something, you can either double click the actual thing. All right, you can double click it. It has a style, etc. Right, like the zones have the extend right, extend left if you want to. Right, so there are so many different things you can do. You can look at change the colors if you want to, the border, how visible it is, how thick it is. A lot of stuff you can do. Right, but it's based on preference. Okay, then you can have circle and the different things that I use. Now, everything that I use, right, I click this arrow, right? So there's an add to favorite at the right side, right? To add to favorite, you can add to favorite, and it comes all right here, right? So it's going to be a toolbar that you have all your favorites. Now, these are my favorites, all right? Everyone has their own favorites. They can choose what they want, okay? Then, so as you're going in, right, you have text right here. So if you want to text, write something on it, you can write EA is a great company. All right. So you can text whatever it is that you want. And then, you can text this. You can text this, Manara for the win. All right. All right. Then you can also, you can put a note there. Let's say, for example, you want to say, buy here. Okay. So you can put a note there. It's like a sticky note. You can say, hey, I want to buy here. All right. When the market reach here, I want to buy, or whatever it is that you want to do. Okay. Then you want to also, let's see where we at. Okay, so there are many things you can use. I'm not gonna go over everything, but just the basics. Okay, here you can, if you trade, with Monero, you can come mark it up yourself, right? XABCD pattern, right? Let's say you see something on Monero, you want to mark it up. You say XABCD. I'm looking to buy, right? So how you do that is you go to the fifth column or the fifth row, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, 6. Right, you can do your XABCD cipher pattern, whatever pattern, head and shoulder, right? You will learn that eventually, right? When you reach the patterns video. So head and shoulder pattern, left shoulder, right? So for those of you that already know what that is, you can use it as well. I didn't draw it right, but bam, right? So it can show you a head and shoulder pattern. Some of you guys are like, what in the world is that? It's okay. It's okay. All right. Then you have your long and short. All right. So that's buy or sell. If you've been to Educator's channel, and then you see it long or short. So long means to buy. All right, so when you click it, it's going to tell you on the area that you want to buy. You can edit it if you want to. You can move up and down. All right, so you can move up and down like so. It tells you where your take profit is, how much it is, how many pips it is, what your stop loss is, your risk to reward ratio, how many pips that is, you know, etc. It tells you when the zone. So, for example, the gray right here is your entry, right? So your number. Gray is your entry. Your stop loss is the red. The green is your take profit. All right. So again, the green is your take profit. The gray is your entry, and the red is your stop loss. Okay. This is for buys. Short means to sell, right? So short is to sell. So if you're selling, same exact thing like I said before, the gray is your entry, stop loss is your red, and then green is your take profit. So you can edit it either by double clicking it or moving it up and down, right? So you could double click it to go to inputs and you edit it however it is you want to use it for. Okay. Then we have date range. Okay, so you could go from, if you want to look for a date range, you could go from here to here. It tells you let's do that again. Right, so date range, it would tell you, let me delete everything. Right, tell you, so let's say, for example, I wanted to see how long it took to get here. Say 255 days. All right, 189 bars, 255 days. Okay. Then if you want to look for price range, right? So it says how many pips it is. That's 923 pips. All right. This is the pipettes, micros, right? So for those of you that like micros, this is it. And on the right side will be the pipettes. Then it has one that has both of them, right? Date and price. So you can look at it for the price and date, right? So it says 987 pips, right? And then 167 days. Okay, so you have both of them. I can tell you both of them. Then we have our pattern bars, goals, projection, fixed, right? You can put a smiley face or whatever it is that you want. Ruler, you can also use ruler for the same thing, right? You can use ruler to tell you how many pips it is and etc. Right? So it's up to you which one you choose to do. 709 pips, 7,199 micros. Okay. Then we have the zoom in, right? So you have the ability to zoom in or zoom out. All you do is, if you want to see something closer, right, you click this right here, and it will bring it in a lot closer. Okay. If you want to zoom out, you go back to click zoom out 1. Right. So if you want to see something a bit closer, you just want to click it, drag it, and it'll bring it closer for you to see exactly what's happening. Okay. Then we have the magnifying thin. All right. So for magnets, for people that use Pitchfork, when you click this, it's gonna go to specific things. All right. I'm not gonna go too deep into that. Then we have this, right? Stay in drawing mode. So this is something that I use all the time. Right. So if you don't have this on, let's for example, you want to continue drawing on this, right? That means every time I have to go ahead and press it to use it.